Take a seat, take a breath. Got a feed that decides life and death. Every chart is a mountain, a meme, a decree. Is this genius or mass lunacy? Scroll with me down this wild mentality, where a frog with sunglasses screams we're early endlessly. We'll see bulls and bears and fantasy. Every post's a prophecy. If you want to read what passes for a master plan, simply click and flick your thumb across this broken land. Want to know which way the winds of crypto might just be? Oh, scroll with me. One says up, only friends. Next says this is how it ends. Someone's calling the top, someone's buying the dip, someone's typing a thread as their last relationship slips. Scroll with me through the fear and ecstasy, where a charting crayon gets 1,000 hearts for free. You'll see every hot take, every plea. I was right in 23.
Trust the vibe, ignore the spreadsheet.
If you want to gauge if hope or panic's in command, if they're building castles or just castles in the sand, want to test if we're all early or just fantasy? Scroll with me. Is it signal? Is it noise? Are we traders? Are we toys? Every candle, every coin is a cult you can join. Scroll with me, let the chaos be our key. Read the mood like it's a map to some great mystery. You'll see faith and doubt and harmony. I'm all into, I'm set free.
In one day, in one same tweet.
If you want to know if folks are brave or out of time, if they're quietly convicted or have simply lost their minds, then my friend, you found the perfect place to start this stream. So scroll with me.
Sorry. I'm sorry. It just gets me gets me going. What can I say? What can I say? But GM, it is Friday, April 10th. My name is Dude Lifts. This is Scroll With Me, where we do what it sounds like. We scroll. We scroll, you know. It's not, no one ever claimed that this was a complicated deal. You know, it's simple, not easy, right? Is it easy to get up every day and scroll Twitter on camera? You know, is my lobster too buttery? These are questions we should ask. Kuya in the chat with the G scroll. A G scroll to you, good sir. I need to get like just a G scroll hat. Like one probably should just like, you know, bust out the hats more often. But you know, it just feels like a tip of the hat without a hat. Actually, if it's nice. It works. It works. But G scroll to you, good sir. But a G scroll to all who celebrate, you know, this fine holiday of Friday, April 10th. But what we are here to do is to understand the vibes. We're trying to kind of like, because you can look at the charts. You can look at the charts. You should or should not, depending on your, you know, constitution. Look at the charts. But it's also about the vibes. You know, I was talking with somebody yesterday and people were losing their minds because they were like, oh my gosh, Twitter mutuals got gone temporarily. They're back now, from my understanding. But like Twitter mutuals got deleted. What are we going to do? How am I going to understand who's a scammer and who's not? And I'm like, a simple vibe check, a mere vibe check. Do you know how many times I've checked Twitter mutuals? I want to say 0, maybe like 3 inadvertently. Maybe the feature is so well built that I subconsciously ingest, like also followed by, honestly, didn't even know where it was. And like mutuals are gone. I was like, where is it? I was like, oh, it's that thing. It's that thing where you see the other people that also follow this person. Never check it. Never check it. And I know really smart people, and they always go like, "What do you mean?" And I'm like, Can you not smell a scammer a mile away?" I don't I don't know. I don't know what to tell you. I don't know what to tell you. They don't pass the vibe check. And maybe that's why you should leave it to the professionals. Stupid. Just kidding. Just kidding. But, um, am I saying that I get a professional vibe radar? Maybe. But let's go ahead and let's put that to the test. Let's scroll. Let's try to understand the vibes. Are we up good or down bad? Let's do first off, we've got a contraption here. The people love the contraptions. They love them. We were like, are they gonna love the contraptions? We don't know. Contraptions can be a little bit, it takes a little bit of creativity, but people stepped up. They love the contraption. So wouldn't be doing my job. And how crazy is it that it's my job? Yeah, go make a contraption and take a chance at winning, part of $5,000 in prizes. That's crazy. Like first place, maybe like 3,000 or something like that. Honestly, it's so much fun. I made, and you're watching the show, scroll with me so you understand. I did the Scroll-O-Matic, which is it's like this kind of like Rube Goldberg style, like scrolling machine, automaton weirdness. I just had so much fun. You should have seen how many generations I used to make that thing. It was crazy. I wanted to get it just right. We got a little garbage friends on the timeline. Just honestly, stellar art though. I've always loved garbage friends. I mean, I've loved Invisible Friends too. So wait, stop. What the fuck is this? Ugly girlfriend, stuff to clean, use the blackout lantern, a reverse flashlight. Fuck, that is so good. That is so good. I'm retweeting that. Here's the thing. This is incredible. One, because it's funny as shit, but it captures the playful cynicism of doodles. Like, I don't want to be like, if you have to explain the joke, it's not funny, but it's a fucking reverse flashlight. That's hilarious. Like, that's so good. God, I love, we've kind of been talking about this concept as it relates to Doodles AI and kind of the co-creation with the community, this concept of like open story being the IP progression of the open source movement, right? It's like, we didn't really have the tools you could say like, you could do like CC0 and be like, go forth. Moonbirds did it. Did that result in a glut of Moonbirds content? Not really. Because there's a difference between like the license and the ability, right? And so now with Doodles AI, Doodles has said, here's the ability, right? And then like people are popping off. It's awesome. Love it. Love it, love it, love it. We could make it, I don't know. It's good. It's good. All right. We got Andrew Forte talking about mutuals. So let's get back into it. So since X removed mutual followers, your network strength matters more. More personal vouching will happen in group chats and word of mouth. Without vouchers, you'll have a tough time growing. Before, people with less credit could fake it because of their mutuals. That's changed now. Dude, I don't know what the fuck I've been doing. I'm like, maybe they just be moving different than me. I don't know. Like, I know all the people I interact with on Twitter for the most part. Like, I don't know. Yeah, maybe they just be moving different. I don't know. Maybe I'm washed. All right, we've got Austin here says, think I've officially hit my breaking point with Anthropic. Max usage limit plus 215 API credits in less than 30 minutes to get halfway through a fairly basic CRM project. Yeesh. Dude, yeah, Minimax. I've been saying this, dude. Use Minimax. Minimax Minimax M2.7 via Venice is the goated. Minimax M2.7 via Venice plus local model, either Gemma 4 or Qwen 3.5, is the goated stack. It is the goated stack. That's all I'm saying. And the local models continue to get better. And the Minimax continues to get more powerful and more cheapest. Doesn't get any better. Everyone's building the future of finance. We're bringing the past back. Okay, I'm not going to say it's a top signal because that's actually physically impossible right now. But what I will say is one of the funniest tweets I ever saw was this guy. He was like, I forget exactly who it was. I wish I could remember, but he was saying basically, when to look for a top signal, or like, he's like, you think you've seen top signals? He's like, me and my boys were discussing buying dinosaur bones as investments because we thought the market would go up. This is like at the top of crypto. He's like, when you start getting into esoteric, like archaeological investments, and those are like tens of millions of dollars. He's like, that's when it's a top. So, all right, we see Azuki is now on verse 8, powered by Story Protocol. You may build interactive content with your licensed Azuki IP. It's time to create. Great example. I actually don't know that much about the verse 8 platform, so I'm not going to talk shit. But this is the difference between license and ability. Now, granted, like a very strict anime styling like Azuki is easier to reproduce with AI than Doodles. Okay, that's pretty cool. I like that Beans animation they did. Okay, that's hilarious. Love some casual gaming. So maybe, okay, it looks like maybe verse 8 has some tooling to actually do the content creation itself. So that's pretty cool. I should probably dive into that. That's great. But that's exactly what I'm talking about. So this is very cool. Sea Dance, enters Chuck Norris era. I mean, is it too soon? Is it too soon? I don't know. All right, here we go here. The Pump Hackathon has been a total failure. The projects that won definitely deserved it. They're Pumpcade, Zeoth, and Codeflow. Okay. Wait, okay, what's the AJC have to say? Why are we complaining that we get to invest in the hackathon winners at cheap valuations when Pump Fund invested at 10 million? You need to approach these projects with an investor, not trader mindset. That's interesting. Yeah, I mean, it's like, okay, so if the Pump Fund, so they all have live tokens and, well, I won't say like, and their equity or whatever, but they've clearly shown that they can be invested in while having a token. So yeah, I think I generally agree with what AJC is saying here. Why did this digital tree sell for $77,000? Is this recent? Dude, why is this why'd you steal from Nick's, dude? This is tree angles, bro. All right. Louis here says the Ethereum Foundation loves DeFi. I truly believe this is one of the most important videos the Ethereum Foundation has ever produced. Can't wait for y'all to see this insane cook. Yeah, dude. The Ethereum Foundation loves DeFi when it's cow swapping 1,000 ETH for longevity research. Just kidding, but am I though? No, I'm just kidding. But am I though? We'll see. No, but what I will say is shout out. Is he wearing a lobster hat? Love it. Shout out to Louis and Benji. Never know how to pronounce Benji. But one of the best things the Ethereum Foundation has done recently is hire a bunch of Gen Z people to do storytelling. So there's that. All right, let's see here. Life is too short to take things seriously. Be funnier immediately. On it. Roger. GM, happy Friday. Wake up to Pokemon cards. Whoa, is that a Gyarados? Sick. All right, let's get a little refresh here. We've got 13 minutes on the clock. Oh. Yo. Is that a pickle? It's doing some weird shit. Our entry for the Doodles Challenge. The inspiration behind this piece comes from a newly launched Frankenpunks raffle app. Dude, honestly, work for your bags. Honestly. Enter the competition, show your stuff. Do it. We love the bag work. Okay, but I will get on my soapbox for just a second here. This is something that I've been talking about for a little while. It's like, hey, I love a good meme coin just as much as everybody else, believe all the things. But NFT bag work is more positive sum than meme coin bag work because typically NFT bag work either has some kind of element of like art or belief or community. And so it is additive almost always. Like something that came close to this was probably Mog, maybe in the sense of like it very much had like a culture, its own art, its own really emoji essentially was kind of like boiled down to, which makes sense for what a meme coin is. But like NFT bag work, I don't know. To me, it's always like, even if you're like, oh, I don't give a fuck about what's behind the project or whatever, it brightens your timeline, brightens your day, makes you feel something. So Let's see. Andrew says, who's vibe coding a tool that checks for botted posts and accounts? I feel like a few people have seen that. Lazy but want a nice body. Here's a sleeping muscle device. Yes, I support this message. I approve this message. All right, we're back. Oh, we're back. Oh, we got to get a little refresh. I see. This is what. Oh, this is what I'm saying here. This is where we discern the true from the false. We separate the wheat from the chaff. We start seeing the same tweets. We start refreshing to the same tweets. I'm not following any less people than I was before. This is a, if there was a vibe KPI, it would be getting those fresh tweets, So let's give it one more shake. And I bet we see the same tweet. Because that's how it's been. I bet we see the same tweet. Let's see if we get any additional. Maybe we'll just have to go deeper. Yeah, we'll just have to mine. Yo, what the fuck is this? This retro mobile TV stand is a contemporary functional stand with a Japan die. Never heard that word before. It's designed to resemble. I feel like this is AI, which is fine. It's just like, why am I seeing this? Weird. Okay. The dumbest shit can go viral on this app from Easy. I wrote that post live on stream with zero care for the copy or anything, just a live stream post because I thought the situation was absolute insanity. What does he say? How is nobody talking about this? Nice. Just a classic. How is nobody talking about this? So funny. Every time I see gradients on an app, vibe coded. It's like the M dash in copy. Yeah, you see like a little gradient, a little divider, and you're like, is this vibe coded? And you know what? It doesn't matter. I saw something actually. I think it was Kuya said bring back the old algo. Wish my brain wasn't broken. I could complete the Kanye lyric that accompanied that, but yeah, I think it was Adam McBride from Migrate was talking about how one of the things that we're probably going to have to accept kind of as a species is that our, trying to think of a way to put it. What exactly did you say? That we need to accept that people have a much higher maybe appetite or tolerance for quote unquote slop than we think, right? We're just like, people would never. It's like, dude, Fruit Island, bro. Fruit Island. I mean, and I will not belabor the point. It's the same thing that has been saying. I'm sure when people started, doing animated films, drawing cartoons, or taking whatever, the best analogy is Photoshop in my mind. When Photoshop came out, and I was around when Photoshop came out, my boy who worked on the school news channel, he passed me a copy, a fucking burned copy of CS2 with that crack key. So I was at home chilling with the CS suite. But I remember when Photoshop was fully synonymous with photo manipulation. It was practically a slur, right? It's like you saw something, like, dude, but that's Photoshop. I know a shop when I see one. Like, do you remember that shit? That is the equivalent of your AI slup bores me. It's literally the fedora, like, neckbeard. Like, I know a shop when I see one. Like that's what that was. It was legitimately a bad thing. And nowadays, if you are a photographer, unless you're like purposely seeking out being like an artisanal, earth boy, then you use what is it? Photoshop, fucking Lightroom, After Effects, whatever. You use the tools, and it's not weird. And then some people who are like even anti AI, it's like, dude, Photoshop be using AI for a lot of stuff, and you wouldn't even know it. Like, it's the same reason why Apple has not really said AI. They say machine learning, whatever. It's like, you can't fucking take a photo on an iPhone without using AI. You know what I mean? They're like, they present it. They're like, look, we took 17 photos and stitched it together and used the HDR layers to fucking make it ability to adjust the focus after you take the photo. That's AI. So what I'm getting at here is ultimately is it won't matter. So there's that. Thanks for coming to my TED Talk. Japan has over 9 million abandoned houses. By 2038, it's projected to be 1 in 3. Hot damn. I don't know about those salacious stats, but more or less this is real. I think they're called IKEA. MC says G Scroll. G Scroll to you. Good, sir. But yeah, it's a real thing. I watched a video on it, and I'd be curious. I need to go back and kind of like fact check that. But my understanding is like there was a bunch of incentives post World War II to build new, to the point where I think it became like a social status thing, not to buy a quote unquote like used house. Like it was looked at like a used car or like a used appliance or something like that. And so people would just straight up just abandon their old house to move to a new one because no one would buy the old house. So it created this weird cycle. Yeah, very interesting, very unique situation. And, you know, people from the West are like, sounds good to me. I'll fucking buy your house for $3,000. So yeah. They just all look so studious. It's true. It's true. Look at that. Incredible. Rise and shine. Why make one pizza when you can make the same pizza forever? The closed loop culinary reactor takes a single slice and sends it through a never-ending cycle of slice, melt, reform, bake, repeat. The fuck? The infinite pizza, perpetual pizza machine. So weird. Love it. I love it. So good. We are in a tech dinner bubble. Every day I get invited to 1 to 3 tech dinners with F-tier founders, investors. That's hilarious. You can skip all the parties, all the conferences, all the press, the tweets, but build a great product and get, yep. Not all heroes wear capes. Dude, look at this guy. Yes. Did someone order a snack? Dude, this reminds me of the, what was it? The breakfast spot from Dolesville and the Doodleverse. More people need to be building mechs. This is solid. This is great. Look at this little cotton candy. This little poop. Love it. Gonna retweet this because it's so good. Dude, why does this video like it reminds me of like imagine ripping a pack in a place like this? My man is doing it. Incredible. Look at the view. Oh, mesmerizing. Now we got to see. Did he? Oh, 0 hits. You shouldn't have told me that. Shouldn't have told me that. Here we go. We heard a rumor that crypto marketing needs more substance and technical expertise. So we gave the MoonPay product engineering and design teams a platform to share what they ship on a weekly basis. Enjoy the first moon log. Sick. Shout out to Nico. Shout out to Nico. Now it's research internal victory. What? We're getting Accelerate back in the USA before GTA 6. Is this fluffy? That's so funny. Love that. Those APOOHs are mint. What? These words are not in the Bible. I don't understand. Okay. Here's an example of why low float tokens without a use case are uninvestable long term. Teams have to sell in order to monetize. Some facts from July 2025. Pengu is down 85% since BitGet reported the deployer address had deposited billions of tokens in centralized exchanges. We're reading. The first deposit occurred the day after the SEC acknowledged their ETF filing, which saw the token pump massively. In a way, it's part of the game. It is just a sinister game that ends up transferring wealth from one group to another. 66 million. Wow. I think this is probably what Sergito was talking about yesterday when he's talking about the ETF thing. I honestly don't know enough context to comment on it, but Sergito's a bright guy. So he's a bright lad. Oh, we've got Litany here. Hollows are on-chain entities synthesized to do combat within the Litany protocol. Yeah, this is interesting. So this is from a team called Kitty Punch. They're doing a mint / game. Really, I should say game / mint on Abstract, where my understanding, I haven't dived too deep into it, but I'm huge fans of the Kitty Punch team. They literally do not stop shipping incessantly. And so it is a game that is meant to be played by humans and agents. I believe it's some kind of like on-chain trading card game. It's pretty cool. And they say that, I mean, no surprise here. They're just going nuts. It's like so complicated, but I love it. Here we go. Me when the giggling racing drop. What is this? High stakes on chain racing game. Oh, is this from Gigaverse? That's cool. I need to get into the Gigaverse stuff. Wait, Zara Home Travel Edition. I saw this. Is this for the power bank? Oh, cash. What is this? I like that. Whatever it is, I'm a fan. I am a fan. Lost dog, people. Hilarious. Oh, it is 8:59. Wow. I got a. Wait, I built a writing plugin for Claude. Ben distilled himself to a skill. No, I'm just kidding. All right, it's 8:59. That means I got to jump for that 9 a.m. meeting. But for those of you who have joined me scrolling this week and today, and for all time, to the true G Scroll lores, we appreciate you. You know, got nothing but love for you. And let me just say, as you go about your weekend, you know, just remember to G Scroll. And until next time, I'll see you in the timeline.